Hello, this is Community Unity Now, the D Tycoon Show. My co-host, Bill Morton, cannot join us today, and I am Trudy Leong, Administrator of the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce. Our very special guest is Frank Carr. He is the organizer of Yippie Fest. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, tell us the connection between the Yippies and Yippie Fest.
Well, Yippie Fest is kind of it's a theater happening. We have a lot of different acts, and it's a good place for a lot of people to premiere something new or workshop something. And it's kind of we try to duplicate the Yippie spirit.
We saw a recent production of Bonnie Bagdon's about Mrs. Lincoln, about Mary Todd.
Yes.
So, she was an independent spirit and very political. So are the other productions, other artists, what are the parameters for Yippie Fest?
We're really pretty wide open about anything. We've probably had to reject 2 shows. We just like to let people express whatever they want to. It's a lot of varying opinions and a lot of very different things we see. And we never know what we're going to get until we see it, because we don't pre-screen or ask for scripts or samples or anything. Oh. We see it when they see it, when they perform it. And it's kind of cool.
No auditions?
No auditions.
Oh.
Sometimes we should. Sometimes I wish we had auditions, but no auditions or checks or anything like that.
And it happens in the what month of every year?
August.
August every year. And is it always a 3-day affair?
Yes. It was originally kind of a Woodstocky thing, in the origins from long back in 1989. But yes, it's a 3-day, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
And do the venues change, or right now is at that one space?
It changes every year depending on availability. We've had several spaces, sometimes 3 times there, sometimes twice, sometimes only once.
How has Yippie Fest changed over the years? You started in when? 2017?
2017. Boy, how has it changed? It's gotten bigger, and I think it's, we have changed in a way. Like, we used to have bands at a separate stage, because the theater we were at had 2 stages. So we had bands on one going at the same time as theater on the other. So now our stage now is only one. So we're really focusing on the theater and not bands.
Oh, so what if there is a band that wants to play? Is there room that if there's like one performance after the other, could that band still play?
If it's a kind of more of a solo acoustic, or maybe even keyboards, yes. Or even like if we have a violinist, we would do that. But as far as a full band with drums, it gets a little hard to do a setup and takedown. Plus, we have kind of a sound limit in the theater because they have another production going on downstairs. So we can't make too much noise.
Oh, okay. And then setup and breakdown is very quick, because there is like one performance follows the other in short order?
Yes, as quickly as possible, we tell people. And sometimes it's really quick, because people will be backstage maybe preparing for the next show, and then it's out there nice and quick. And if somebody needs some setup time, we'll put maybe a stand-up out. We have a host. He's done games between sets, so there's always something going on.
And so there are 3 days. So all 3 days are different performances. No repeats of the same performer on different days.
No repeats.
What about the performers that do they come back the next year at all?
Oh yes, we've had several have done all the years, which is really nice, and we always count on them to come back and over the time we get to know them and they become like friends, so it's kind of cool.
So it's like in New York, there's a off-Broadway theater. If there were off Chicago Stage Theater, would the Yippie Fest qualify as an off main play venue?
Off Broadway, yes.
Oh. Then with any of your acts, do you remember any of them that got picked up or performed at the other venues after Yippie Fest?
Yes, maybe not incredibly famous, but oh yes, they do perform at other places, a lot of them. And sometimes they will try something new at Yippie Fest. Something they may be thinking about for doing in fall. Maybe they'll do like a preview. And then when the fall comes around or winter comes around, they'll do like the full show. So, oh yeah, but then some people only do Yippie Fest. That's like the only thing they perform all year. So it varies.
And there's the political spirit, right? Do most of the acts have a political message?
Some do. Some are just want to do a play that they've written, which really isn't political. But then some people will definitely be political. We don't care either way. We don't encourage politics or we don't discourage it. It's whatever people want to do.
So you are the organizer. Did you create the Yippie Fest? Frank Carr?
Me and other people. The story actually goes back to 1989. There was a theater company called Mary Archie Theater who did Abby Hoffman Died for Our Sins every year. That was the original 3-day festival. That was going to be a Woodstock type of a thing. That was Rich Katofsky that thought of that. And he did that festival for 28 years until he lost his space. They had to build condos, of course. So a lot of us, people who were going to this Abby Hoffman Fest every year and loving it, decided that we didn't want it to die, but we wanted to do something similar. So that's when Yippie Fest was born, with a bunch of people who did this other festival. And a lot of camaraderie and working together. And we came up with kind of our own thing, and I think it's working well.
So your own thing is what?
What's different from Abby Hoffman?
Yes.
Well, we don't go 24 hours a day. Abby Hoffman Festival, because it was their theater, they just left it open all weekend. There were performances at 5 a.m., 10 a.m. It wasn't continuous, but they had a lot more performance. So we are renting a theater, so we don't have that luxury to stay there 24 hours. So there's a lot less, there's less acts, but we're more like 5 o'clock in the afternoon till like 11 o'clock at night on Saturday and Sunday, and Friday night like 7 on. So not as many acts, but we did borrow a lot of the structure of the Abby Hoffman Festival.
So Abby Hoffman's Festival, did they also, like Yippie Fest, donate their proceeds to some nonprofits?
They did not. They had a theater to run, and I believe the festival brought in a lot of money to keep the theater going because they did shows all year round. We don't have to have a theater. We don't have to pay the rent for a theater, only for this 1 week. So we are able to donate all the proceeds, which is something we started doing 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So that was in 2022. So
Yes.
what made you and the rest of the organizers decide that this was time to donate the proceeds to some nonprofits?
It just seemed like a good thing to do, and I thought it would gain some interest, get some publicity, and it's really the right thing to do. If you can have fun and help people, that's a bonus.
You have 4 charities that you dedicate the proceeds to. Why choose those 4? And it's okay to name them as well.
Oh, sure. Actually, there's 3. Howard Brown Health, of course, very instrumental in the city for LGBT health services. We do Deborah's Place, who is helping women get housing. And then finally, we have a Northwestern Settlement food pantry, which is local to right where the theater is. And they provide food. So we figured those are the three really big, important charities and causes to try to help.
So is that connected with Northwestern University at all?
No.
Are any of the organizers, such as yourself, do you ever perform?
Yes. We all do actually. I'm in a comedy group, Famous in the Future. We say Famous in the Future, but we're not. And we've performed sketch comedy for quite some time, so we'll be doing a show at Yippie Fest every year.
So besides the performing at Yippie Fest, do you perform at the other places around the city as well?
Yes, we did a Judy Garland play last December, which was a lot of fun. It was a parody of the Judy Garland Christmas special from 1963. So it was definitely a holiday show, and it went really well.
How have the acts changed over the years from 2017 to now? It's about 7 years of performances.
I think there's always more comedy. I think it seems a bigger percentage of comedy. Even if you have a dark play, it kind of becomes a dark comedy. And I think everything seems to have a touch of comedy now, where in the past, things were more serious.
So there's always a message for the performances?
Yes, usually. Sometimes it's just clowning, and there's not really much of a message, but it's fun to watch. But yeah, I think everybody has a message now. It doesn't seem like they're just throwing things out there anymore.
Any unusual acts, such as from things that we see at talent shows?
Last year we had a guy who had a stroke, so he could only use one hand, and he actually could play a ukulele with one hand. He was able to fret and strum at the same time, and it was incredible. And he was really good too.
Wow, that's inspiring.
Oh, it was.
So, in other words, he might have been a ukulele player before the stroke as well.
That's true. Yeah, he told his story, and that's what happened. Yeah, and he didn't give up, and he just said, "I'm going to teach myself how to do it with one hand," and he did.
Wow. What other unusual performances have you had over the years that really stand out?
Well, the Danger Circus is always great. They show up. They eat fire. He will jump on broken glass. He'll pound a nail up his nose. That's more of a circus act. So that's something you can't forget.
Wow. And does he come back more than once?
The current theater we're at does not allow fire so much. So
fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard. But when he was able to do it, it was great.
How hard is the planning and implementation for the shows?
You mean for the festival or the shows?
Yes, for the festival, of course.
Well, it takes several people, and we have meetings and lists, and it is a lot of work. It's more work. It's more work than I always remember every year, and I go, "Oh my gosh, I forgot how much time this takes."
So it's not your full-time work, but you have a day job, but then you also dedicate yourself to this as well.
Yes.
How about the other organizers?
Same. Everyone's got a day job. I think everyone has a day job in this. Yeah.
So did all the organizers know each other from a long time ago and then decided to do this, or did you have to bring in some people to help round out the team?
Mostly we've all known each other, and we do have one new woman who started in 2017, and she's been such a champion. So yes, only one new person, actually, now that you mention it.
And the group of you were also participants and attendees at the Abby Hoffman venue?
All of them except for the new woman who actually was living in another city, so she couldn't have. But yes, Christine came from Pittsburgh, and she could not have attended. But so she's only heard about it. But yes, all the others have been performing in the Abby Hoffman Fest for at least 5 years. Yeah.
Do you have a mission for Yippie Fest?
Two things: we want to have fun, and we want to help some people along the way, and give people a stage, give them a place to, give them a voice, give them a place where they can express themselves without having to get their own theater, having to pay to apply. Here's a great theater. There's people in the audience. You just go up on stage and do your thing. And I think they really appreciate that.
And what have the reaction been from audience members of the various artists?
It's always been good. And what's great about, if you see a show you like and you look at the schedule, like, hey, there's a 15-minute show next. That sounds kind of interesting. And they stick around. And they can stick around for the one after that and the one after that because we have day passes. So you can come at any time, come and go as you please, go out and get a bite, come back, watch another 3 shows. So people will stick around, and that's kind of great.
And usually, what time to what time are the shows?
Saturday, we go from like 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Sunday, maybe 4 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m. And then we start Friday night at 7 and go maybe till 11. So there's a lot of opportunity to stick around.
And you always have enough acts to fill the bill.
We always do. I don't have to advertise as much anymore. I can send out an email to people who have performed before, and then I'll get almost enough to fill up the whole schedule.
Do you do people that have performed there ever recommend Yippie Fest to their fellow artists?
I'd like to hope so. Oh yes, because we have people like, I talked with so and so. They said I should really get involved. So then they applied, and it just keeps going.
And what other projects or activities have led out of Yippie Fest?
What kind of other projects? I'm sure people have communicated and met each other and networked and went on to other projects. I can't think of one offhand. Sorry.
So when people want to register to perform, all they have to do is go to the website?
Yes, they can go to the website and there's an application form. When they put in, name, contact info, a little description of their show, how long it's going to be, what it's about, and you're pretty much in, unless you want to do something that's a 5-hour triangle show.
How long do the shows usually last, the performances?
We'd like to keep them shorter if possible. So our ideal show is anywhere from 5 to 35 minutes. Some improv groups like to do an hour, and they're good, so we let them do it. Some sketch comedy groups, like mine, like to do an hour, so we do an hour. It's got to be as quick as possible because we want people to see as many shows as they can and stick around for the next one. Because if the next show is an hour, your odds are not as good as if the next show is 15 minutes and you'll give it a chance.
When the performers, after the performers finish performing, do they stick around too to watch the other acts? Are they very much engaged?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they'll take the next show to go in the lobby, cool off, maybe have a drink, and then come back in. But yeah, people stick around. I know I definitely did at Abby Hoffman Festival. I spent a lot of time there because I wanted to see as much as I could, and I enjoyed most of it.
Is there sometimes a reunion of sorts of past acts, and are there any activities for past performers?
No, but that's a good idea. We should have something like that. I certainly have their emails.
Yes, because we went to the website, and the website shows all the different acts that were that were on every Yippie Fest.
Yes, there's been quite a. I should add them up.
When you started, was this what you envisioned it to be, Yippie Fest, or has it changed? And it seems different from what you had envisioned.
It's pretty close to what we envisioned. Of course, you never know. Things change on their own. It's kind of an organic thing. It just evolves on its own.
How has Yippie Fest evolved?
It has gotten tighter, and I think the people have gotten. I think they're performing. The performances are better, and people are really getting good at changing between shows. Initially, they weren't so good, but maybe because I'm stressing it so much. But the changeovers are better actually, which really helps.
And by changeovers, what do you mean by that?
Between the acts. So somebody finishes their maybe stand up or their play, they take their bow, they get their things out really quick, and the next group comes out as quick as possible. And we have a host who introduces them, so he doesn't have to kill time. If he's got to kill 5 minutes, that's a little harder. But if they're ready in 2 minutes, he can go, all right, they're ready, coming up next. And it keeps it going.
So in other words, the performers are they're very familiar with the routine. So they're very respectful of the next performer, and they get out quickly.
They are very respectful, and they'll even help them carry props out. It's great. It's a good cooperation situation.
So does this derive from some co-ops too? Are there co-ops of artists that became interested in performing at Yippie Fest?
Not that I'm aware of specifically. No, not really, but just the theater community in general, I guess.
And you said that some performers use Yippie Fest as a trial ground for their works in progress?
Yes. They'll do, like, maybe we've had people do previews, and they'll say, hey, at the end of the show, they'll go, hey, if you like this, we're going to be at so-and-so in September. See the whole show. Thanks for your feedback. Yeah.
And do performers come back and perform the next year?
Oh, yes. We've got several who we can always count on. And then and even if they don't apply, I'll email them and say, hey, don't forget, we're coming up. And then they'll go, right, I'm just procrastinating.
And they come back with different material?
Yes.
If our viewers want to learn more about Yippie Fest, or if there are artists out there, performers, who want to apply, where should they go?
Yippiefest.com. And it's the Yippie with an I-E, not the E-E. So YIPPIE fest.com.
Thank you so much, Frank Carr, the organizer of Yippie Fest. Thank you so much for joining Community Unity Now, the D Tycoon Show. I am Trudy Leong, administrator of the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce, and my co-host Bill Morton who is the president of the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce, will be back with me next week. So we will see you then. Thank you for watching.